True wealth is your freedom. It's not money. It's not how many properties you own. It's not your business. It's not your job, how much you're making. True wealth is your freedom. And I'll tell you why. So, in the system, no matter how wealthy you are still a prisoner to the system. You're still a slave. You might be living in a mansion, you might be driving nice cars, but your day to day life is still dependent on the system. If you stop working, if you stop doing things, whatever got you there, you will lose it all. And you may think, I have a lot of money in the bank account, but it could all get wiped out. The banks, they have the power to use your money to just create money out of thin air. It's called fractional reserved lending. You may be working 80 hours a week, putting the money in your bank, thinking it's safe. But your money is not really in the bank. They use that. They use like fractional reserve lending. So let's just say you have $10 in the bank. The bank is allowed to create 10 times that money instead of $10. They could create like $100 out of thin air, and then they could loan that $100 out to someone else, and then they make 20% interest on that, just by your money keeping in the bank. So what I'm saying is, no matter who you are, if you are already enslaved by like a 12-hour shift and you're just barely getting by, or like you're somebody who's already wealthy, you have everything that you need, you're still a cog in the machine. When you stop working, when the cog stops working, you will get displaced in the society. And this is a trap, because you work so hard to create something that you think is going to buy you the freedom, and you think money is the freedom, but money is not the freedom. The real freedom is living in such a way that where you're completely independent from the system. You produce your own food, you have your own hydro, you live off your own land, you have your own shelter. And when you wake up, you don't have any pressure to do a job that you don't like, or to go work on a business just because for the sake of making money. That's what true freedom is. At that point, your basic living things is taken care of. You have time in your hands. Time is like the most important thing. And with that, you can really go inwards to find out what it is that you're here to do. I don't believe that making money is the only thing that's going to give you fulfillment, to be honest. I feel like we're all here to make a difference in this world some way or the other. Money is like more of like a byproduct. I'm not saying it's not good or anything like that. It's just more of a byproduct. But we have mistaken the finger for the moon. Money is an enabler, but we think that is the ultimate goal, and then we strive our whole life, working and then slaving away. Like, even if you're a business owner, you're working like 12, 16 hours a day, more than what you would have worked as an employee, just to reach certain numbers. I had a few business in the past, like e-commerce and stuff like that. I stopped doing them all because it was no longer giving me fulfillment. It was all just about money and numbers. And no matter how hard you work there, yes, your numbers are going to go up, but it was not making real difference in the world. And it was actually causing a lot of suffering, because if you want to run a successful e-commerce business, it's all about getting the product for the lowest price possible. And it comes out of China. And when you look at the working condition of the people living there, like how hard they work to make your product, the inhumane conditions, you don't see them all, like, unless you have the relationship with those factories and the suppliers to see what goes on behind the scenes. And when I looked at that, I'm like, what the hell is the point of all this what the hell is the point of all this? Like, it doesn't make any difference in the world. And that's when I realized this is a trap. This is not freedom. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but that's not freedom. What good is your money when you can be in when you're in a situation where you wake up, the water is not running, food is not there, electricity is not working? What good is money gonna do to you? Nothing. And then you might go to the bank, you think you have like a lot of money, and then you go to the ATM machine. Guess what? No money there either. Then what the hell did you work your whole life for? For nothing. So instead, we need to change our system. We need to change the mentality. Instead of striving for money, instead of doing things for money, you need to look at what value are you giving out? How are you making a difference in this world? How are you helping others? And what are you doing to take back your freedom? That's essentially the first place that we should all start at. We should all start at being free, being the freest version of yourself. And from there will come abundance. This system does not give you abundance. This system is all about scarcity. It always keeps you on the edge. The first month of the month comes, and then you're already thinking about, okay, I got to pay this bill, that bill, and then already always keeping you on the edge. And that's not the way to live. And that's why we have so much health problems and then like dark energies in the society. You are the product from the cradle to the grave. You are the product of the system. You go to school, you're the product. You get sick, you're the product for the medical facilities. They feed you unhealthy products because you don't have control over how the food is grown, right? So you start ingesting all these chemicals, you get sick, and that causes your medical problems to come up, and then you become a product of the medical system. That's how it all works. And it goes on and on until you die and you look back. They say the success that they painted is you're supposed to go get a nice job, go work, get a high paying job, get married, settle down, have kids, get a mortgage, pay bills, and then retire, and you can die. You can enjoy life. Oh my goodness. If you put it that way, it doesn't even make sense to be on this path. It's all about freedom. And my goal is to make that realization a reality to me first, and then to every human on this planet. I don't want it to be a case where a person who does not have money cannot attain freedom. My goal is to build a system, and my vision is to build a system that no matter where you are at, you can unplug from this machine. Stop being a cog. Take back your freedom and live the life we're all supposed to live as a free human being. In the next few videos, I'll be sharing my knowledge on how to get started. I am at a path that's not paved at all. Maybe others have done it. And what I'm going to be doing is finding those people who have done it, learn from them, and share that knowledge here to you all so that we can break out of this prison and take back our freedom. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my friends, be fearless.